Look, now in terms of what Podium offers, we do offer a couple of products, and I just wanted to briefly touch on this when we think about, with you guys growing your businesses or maintaining where you're at. And it's all centered around what customers want. Podium is built off of, I'd like to say, customer research. It's built off of the trends of how people are communicating and interacting with businesses like yours. So in terms of Podium, we work with anywhere from real estate agents to automotive people to tradies to plastic surgeons, everyone that wants to communicate with their customers better and be found online.
This is the Business Owners Smashing It Online podcast for entrepreneurs and business owners looking for cool online tools, apps and strategies to make business easy online. My name is Nick Cree and I'm your host. Each episode features a guest expert demystifying the online universe, sharing inspirational ideas and providing tested real-world strategies to help you get the most of what's available online to grow your business today. Don't be a slave to your business, get your business working for you. Subscribe now and get some great content and ideas for you and your business today. All right, so now we get to the point in the evening where I get to rest my voice and sit back and learn some pretty amazing stuff. So it's my pleasure tonight to introduce you to Aaron Brockley and Jack Broadhead. Both of them work at a company called Podium. So if you haven't heard of Podium, actually, I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to let them tell you about it. But it's a pretty cool solution for businesses that are wanting to grow their business, and particularly to get through some of that chaotic mess when you're managing, SMS messages and, messages from your website and all that sort of thing. So I had a demo of it, really impressed with it, and really glad to have these two guys here to come and talk about it. So Aaron he's been in SaaS sales for probably about 5 years or so. He leads a team of 12 people in Australia. They're both based in Melbourne, I think, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Definitely right now.
Yeah. So, and then we've got Jack there. He spent 8 years working in a prestige real estate agency in Melbourne before coming over to join Podium. I wonder if he was a user before that and sort of was a bit like that Shaver Club and said, oh, well, I liked it so much, I bought the business.
Don't hold the real estate experience against me.
Yeah. So they're here. They'll be doing a screen share tonight, and it is interactive, I think. So, more than happy to have your question on the way through as well too. But let's give them a big round of applause to join us tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much. Hey, before we do kick off, and this isn't part of the script, but Nick, I hope you don't mind me sharing. One tool that we use all the time for sales, which I think would be really helpful for most of you on the call, it's called Vidyard. If you just Google Vidyard, has anyone ever heard of that before?
Haven't heard of that one.
Awesome. Go and check it out, especially Jane. I see your business as well. It's a good way to screen record, but also record your face as well. So if you're sending little 3, 4, even up to 15-minute videos to people to explain things, it's good. You can have your voice, your face in the corner, and then the screen as well. So if you're ever explaining something to someone and you want to send them a little demo, jump onto Vidyard. We use it all the time and it's free.
Awesome. There's our bonus tool for the night.
There you go. Awesome.
Beautiful. Link in the description.
And yeah, just mention Aaron and Jack and we get $10 for everyone that signs up. So happy days. All right, cool. Let's jump into it. So yeah, super excited to show you guys this. We have a little bit of a presentation prepared. Then we're going to go into a live demo. Again, we really like this to be really interactive. Jack and I are on the phones all day, every day. So we're pretty sick of our own voices. So we'd like to make this pretty interactive. But
it's the latest we've been up. We're in Melbourne, so it's the latest we've been out for a while.
Yeah. This will be done by 9 p.m. Right, Nick? Our curfew is 9 p.m.
Yeah, that's right. We'll be done by then.
Are you guys still on lockdown?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Until I don't know until soon. We got to.
It's just constantly 2 weeks away.
I hear you've got a snap. I hear you've got a snap open up coming soon.
I'll be using that tomorrow.
Snap up. I like that. Beauty. All right, let's jump into it. So the main thing we're gonna go through, give you some tips and tricks. If you decide to use Podium or not, this is going to be really useful for you. We're just going to tell you how to kind of survive lockdown and then out of it as well, and maintain your business and make sure it's thriving. So how to dominate your local market and win more business. Now, to kind of open this up, I'll just give you a super quick background of Podium. So you can see Jack and I here. We've got about 75 of us in the Melbourne office. And about 900 employees in Utah and Salt Lake City. So multi-billion-dollar company, huge in the US. Then we came here about 4 years ago. Really cool thing as well, you can see our investors, but the main one I want to point out is the GV. So Google themselves, Google Ventures, sit on our board and help us make strategic decisions. So, you know, when you hear us talking about Google reviews, it's come from Google and their backing and knowledge in that as well. Cool. What does Podium do, right? We do a lot of things. I think the three key areas for everyone on the call today that we're going to focus on is improving your local market share. Now, we do that via reviews through Google My Business page. We can drive them to Facebook, all kinds of sites where people are searching for a company like yours. The second one is, and Nick touched on this before, is the modern customer experience. So I'm not sure if many of you know, but Google released a study at the beginning of this year. And it said that 90% of Australian consumers would prefer to text a business over any other form of communication. So super powerful, right? Like we said before, versus a live chat where we're held hostage on the website, we're trying to do a million things at once, and then when we log off, we lose that chat forever. Whereas Podium takes it to text straight away because, you know, I'm sitting here right now in this presentation, I've got my phone right next to me, and I'm guessing you guys are all the same. We unfortunately don't leave home without it, and we got it by our side 24/7. Third thing is on your end, so the business's end, all of your communications and messages coming to one easy to manage bucket. So you'll have Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business Messenger, text messages, all these things coming into one bucket and all going out really, really seamlessly. Hey Jack, anything that you would add on this screen here?
Look, basically, I think the improved local market share, unless you're the only person in your area that does what you do, you've got competition, right? So the best, we just want to create ways where you can sort of step by step grow that. Modern customer experience, again, I want to speak to people the way I want to be spoken to, make it convenient and easy for me. And yeah, I want to go efficiency, speaks for itself. Let's do it well, let's do it smart and save some time.
Love it. Look, now in terms of what Podium offers, we do offer a couple of products, and I just wanted to briefly touch on this when we think about, you know, with you guys growing your businesses or maintaining where you're at. And it's all centered around what customers want. Podium is built off of, I'd like to say, customer research. It's built off of the trends of how people are communicating and interacting with businesses like yours. So in terms of Podium, we work with anywhere from, you know, real estate agents to automotive people to tradies to plastic surgeons, everyone that wants to communicate with their customers better and be found online. So like I said before, right, we've got reviews up the top, which is one of the most important things to be found, and then getting connected through texting. That's what we call our web chat. Collecting payments online is a very, very, very important one, whether it's for classes, whether it's for marketing costs, whether it's for registrations. Even Nick, you know, something that you could be using if you start doing those paid events, you can get payments via text through Podium. So again, if something's easy, people are going to do it. A confused mind says no, but an easy mind says, yep, let's do it, and I'll pay straight away. Campaigns is a huge one, that a new product that we have released a few months ago. Now, campaigns, and we're going to jump into this a bit later, is a way for you to send out SMS marketing, but it's able to be texted back. So, you know, when you get those messages from, you know, Domino's and Sportsbet, and I'm probably showing my customer behavior here, and you get those messages that say, you know, sale, special on right now, buy, and you can't respond to it, and it's kind of like someone shouting at you. With Podium, you can text back and it feels really personal. And then a few other things as well. We've got voice function in there, video chat, no need to download software. You can text someone a link, they click it, video starts straight away. No need for Zoom or anything like that. And of course, feedback, and all of this is through text as well, which makes it, again, just super easy to use. Now, In terms of communication, I mean, Jack, do you want to speak to this screen here?
We're all over a number of different platforms, right? Nick, you launched this webinar today on Facebook Live, correct? And you've got people registering through LinkedIn, through Facebook, through Messenger. We have to be everywhere. I'm just going to cut myself off here. We are everywhere because we want as much people to see our business and grow our business in that way. But it's hard keeping up with all the inbound inquiries that come through that, right? I mean, jumping from page to page, from tab to tab. If I could share my screen for a second, you'd see I've got about 500 tabs open that Aaron always tells me off about. But that's the way I work, and it's really difficult, right? So if we could have everything in one screen, the same way that we sort of just see all our emails come in really generally and really nicely, it's a great opportunity to make sure that, number one, they're coming through, you're getting responses, and nothing's getting missed, and everything's getting treated in the same way.
Love it. Now, if we kind of just jump into here, why reviews matter. So for a lot of you on the call, and honestly, this was me before I started working at Podium. When I heard the words, Google reviews, I thought, yeah, nice, warm and fuzzy. People are saying nice things about my business, and that's great. But what does it mean from a search standpoint, right? So funny enough that in terms of SEO, right, it's made up of a lot of things, and I know Nick goes heavy into these kind of things and how to get found and chosen. 40% of all SEO has to do with Google reviews. So Google loves Google, right? So they're going to prioritize businesses who have more reviews, people that are replying to their reviews, and they're coming in thick and fast. So if there's a way to get found, it's definitely by collecting more reviews. Pretty cool stat here. Again, this is a survey that we did at the start of the year. So this is the most important one here. So 36% of Aussies require at least a 4-star average rating to even consider engaging with a business. So for you guys out there that have a Google My Business page at the moment, again, if you don't have one, please make one. It's free to do, and you have to be found. You have to have one to be found, essentially. So, and think about this in your personal life. I would predict that number would be even higher. It's not something you would typically engage with if a business is, 4-star or less. Then when we look further down the scope and we think about this again in our real life, only 7% of us would consider engaging with a business that had a 1 or 2-star rating. So for a lot of people out there that don't really look at their Google My Business page, you could be sitting at a 1 to 2-star, maybe 2 people have left you a 1-star review. It's hurting your reputation considerably. Jack, anything again that you would add on this side of things?
Just, they're obviously really stark numbers, but if you say that 36% of people need to see that rating, that's the amount of customers that you're saying goodbye to if you're below that. Sort of, you flip it the other way. And we'll show you how simple this can be to sort of fix if you do have that problem.
Yeah, exactly right. And just more into it here, I just wanted to bring up this one on the right. So around 70% of Aussie consumers agree, or somewhat agree, that they don't trust a high review rating unless there is a high quantity of reviews. So, it's not good enough just having 1 5-star review. People see straight through it. So 70% of people are going through those reviews to make sure that they're real, and they have to be recent as well. Now, this is what we were talking about before. So converting these searches into a customer by starting a conversation with them straight away. So as we said before, 90% of us would rather text a business over any other form of communication, while around 88% of consumers who search for a business will want to connect with that business in 24 hours. So what that tells us is if someone fills out an email form or they just send a direct email to you and you don't get back to them within the 24 hours, you may as well just say goodbye to them because they need to be contacted straight away. Especially we're in this world of, COVID has pretty much fast-tracked this, that we all live online now. It's digital. Like, Nick showed before with the digital business cards. That's the way it's going, right? So you need to be competing in the environment where your consumers are looking for a business like yours, and they need to see the one that stands out the most.
I think it's, Aaron, 60%, I think it's 60 or 65% of consumers will end up going with the first business that responds to them. So they're just putting you in the driver's seat in that way.
Yeah, totally agree. Another kind of interesting stat here, guys, is that 90% of Aussies now own a smartphone, so no real surprise there. But what is happening and how people are finding businesses, they're driven by what Google calls micro moments, and they are searches with intent to buy. So they are rising year on year. And what that would be, if someone says, and an art class near me, a Sparky near me, someone that I can contact through and make a purchasing decision. So these are rising year on year on year. So again, people are Googling, we need to be there in front of them. Another interesting one that caught my attention as well is that 80% of us are typing in best before a Google search. So it's not good enough to just want a restaurant near me or whatever your business may be, a real estate agent, an accountant, whatever it is, we want the best. So what this also means is that when you search best, it's automatically going to filter out any business that's 4-star and below. So again, if you are 4-star or below, you're getting filtered out automatically, and those eyeballs are searching and never even gonna see you to consider using you in your services as well. Now, switching to kind of the COVID reality of what most of us are living in. So with the restrictions at the moment, 46% of Aussies are more likely to look at a local business Google listing before they visit than they were before COVID. So this is what we talk about, right? If you've got plenty of reviews there and they're talking about, someone came for an appraisal, or if it's they came and serviced my timber flooring, whatever it may be, and they were wearing a mask and that was great and I felt really comfortable to deal with that business, great, more people are going to come to you. On the contrary, if you don't have reviews like that and you just have 1 or 2 bad reviews, people aren't even going to look at you. So you're losing the race by not even being in the race. We need those reviews coming in thick and fast that are talking about, things that are COVID related and how safe you run the business. Now, one thing before I do jump into the live demonstration, I just want you guys to kind of think to what this would mean for the business. This is one of our professional service businesses down in South Australia. And what they've been able to see over the past few months, this was taken in February, these are the number of web chats that are coming through. So the text chats that are coming through on the website, which we're going to go into, but they're averaging around 88 a month. So if you think about people that are texting into the business, these are hot qualified leads, right? People ready to buy and ready to engage with you with a financial capacity that are coming through the business. So, it's kind of that 1-2 punch with getting a lot of reviews. Your profile goes up online, more people are clicking onto your website. You're giving them an easy way to contact you through text message, and they're coming to you hot and fast, and they're ready to buy. So yeah, pretty cool little case study there. Jack, anything on your end before we jump into the main part?
I was just about to say that the real estate agent was pretty happy with us, weren't they, when we were generating 100 plus more inquiries every month?
Absolutely. They loved it. Now, what we've got here, we've got a few just examples of businesses, right, that are doing really well with Podium and seeing a lot of reviews. Now, you can have a guess as well if you see people like this. If someone's searching for a real estate agent in the area, all the traffic and all the clicks are going to these guys here. Again, a few others here. So we've got these guys down in South Australia, City Realty, 500 reviews, absolutely killing it. And no one's even coming close to them. So they're getting all the business organically, right? And even down here in Vic, these guys are really great, been with us for a while now, killing it in the area, and they're getting a lot of organic business because of that. I wanted to open it up. Who's got a Google My Business page that's bold enough to let us go through and have a look at it? Anyone on the call here that wants
Jane?
Yeah, you can go through mine. You will find, like if you put in Mrs. Red's art room, hopefully you're going to get to the correct one, because I'm having a real problem. See, that's the old one. So this is the problem I've got with Google, and I keep closing that one because it's not verified, I don't think.
What's your new one called?
If you just put in Mrs. Red's.
Oh, okay. No, I can't find out. Let me stop in Queensland. Maybe that might work.
If you backspace to Queensland, Aaron.
Yeah.
And then just press space now. No, that's pies.
Mrs. Red's pies? That's not you?
they look good.
And I've been having this problem for almost a year now. It keeps going to an old address, which I keep closing, and a day later it will open back up again. So that's a real shit that you can't find me. Usually if you just put Mrs. Reds in, it will come up.
Okay. Yeah, that's strange. I mean, get onto Google. I'd send them a message. They should be able to get onto that pretty quickly to update your address. Or if you've still got the logins for this Google My Business page here, you can go in and just like cancel it and just delete it.
Yeah, I have. I do it every week.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry. I wonder if I put the link in. No, it won't work.
Yeah, you should be able to send us the link.
All right.
Is it because you're searching from Melbourne, Aaron? It's
It
pain
could
sometimes.
be. I'm not. Yeah, because are you in Burleigh?
Yeah. Yes.
Beautiful part of the world. That's the same one.
Okay, so I've just put the link in chat.
I reckon this is the one that's it. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so it should have 5 reviews. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Beautiful. All right. So yeah, this is the one here. Awesome. So great example, right? What's your target market there? Like who are you after? What are people searching to find you?
Gosh, on the spot. So I find that my customer base is usually school teachers who are looking for aids to help them in the classroom.
Love it. So with that in mind, right, all of these people here are your competition.
Yep.
All these people here. So, Jane, I'll use you as the example here. Take your owner's hat off, right? You're searching for art supplies. You're a teacher. You type in art supplies in Burleigh. Who do you go to? Who's your number one choice?
I'd go to the craft parlour. Oh, if you weren't going to me.
Yeah.
I'd go to the craft parlour.
Or even these guys here, Musgrave Art. Yeah, they're probably going to get a few clicks. So yeah, super imperative to boost those reviews to make sure you're the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Because no matter what industry, like there's competition everywhere. Like Jack said before, if there's one other person that does what you do,
yep,
they're your competition.
Yeah, and art classes and art teachers are really needles in a haystack. There's so many of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And think about when you're shopping, right? This is essentially if I'm looking for an art teacher right now in Burleigh, I'm looking at a shopping list of art teachers, right? But if you're shopping online for a set of pants or a set of pot and pans, you're going to look at reviews to see what people think.
Yes.
And you trust that online. It's the same sort of principle.
Exactly. Cool. So the main thing around this, right, is how do we get those reviews? So let me jump in and show you how we do it on Podium. So Podium is an app, and it's also a computer or a web-based program as well. But we make it super, super easy. Like I said at the start, if it's not easy, your customers aren't going to do it. Like that's the simple point of it, right? So can everyone see my little phone on the screen here? No, another great app, Envision. It's like a virtual phone, but it looks real. So this is actually an app. Cool. So all you need to do, right, Jane? Let's use that example. You've just had a customer come through. They've had a great experience. You've met them face to face because you're in lovely Burleigh and nothing ever goes wrong there. You never have lockdowns. It's beautiful, and I really want to move there. In case you can't tell,
we were talking about it today, weren't we?
Yeah, come on up.
Oh, I love it up there. Anyway, so all you need to do, jump into the Podium app. And here you're going to have your text conversations that you're already having with people, or it's going to be empty if you've closed off all your conversations. All you need to do, hit this pen, type in the name or phone number of the person you were dealing with. I was dealing with Walter, so there he pops in there. Hit review invite template. So we actually make these for you, or you're welcome to create your own as well. And then hit send. So that's all you need to do on your own. Done. Easy. Now, on your customer's end, they've just received a text from Mrs. Red's Art Room. All they need to do is click this link. It'll take them straight through to this page here. Now, because we have our integration with Google, if they're logged in on their browser, it's going to automatically take them through. Again, if it's easy, they'll do it. So we make it super easy. If they don't have a Google account, it'll do the Face ID. Again, super simple. Or you can see this button here, no user different site. They can just go straight to Facebook. Cool. Leave you a review there. Super, super easy. But for the sake of this, let's just say we're going on Google, right? So all they would do, again, start from the start, click yes, takes them straight through, skips all the navigating down. They go 5 stars. Jane was great. Post, they get in their car, drive off, and they're done. That's it. And that's now live. And then you're going to start to climb those ranks and beat everyone else, you know, who's in that market. So what questions do we have around that process, guys? Any thoughts, any comments on that process?
Sorry, I don't want to take up all your time, but I was under the understanding that I can do exactly that from my phone on Google My Business.
Yeah, so you can. The benefit of doing it Podium is going to keep it all into one bucket for you, and we'll go through and show you.
Right.
Once you start getting customers coming from your website texting you, which we're going to go into next, they get into that pattern and they're used to texting that one phone number.
And with how if they don't click on to Google, it can take them to the Facebook. Can they leave reviews on both, or is it just one?
Yeah,
because that's the other problem, is that I want Facebook reviews as well, but I can only send for a Google review.
That's right, yeah. So with Podium, you can get them to do Google, and then you can do the Facebook as well, or you can prioritize them. So you can just have Google, Facebook pop up first. Yeah. Beautiful. So look, the next step in the customer journey, and Jane, we're going to keep using your business here as an example. So let's just say we've had, been using Podium, been getting our reviews up, happy days. The next thing someone does in the customer journey, this is your website here?
Yep.
Awesome. So the next thing that someone would do, they come onto your website and they're checking out what's going on here, what it's all about. What is, and again, Jane, sorry for picking on you, but as a generic question, what do you want someone to do once they land on your website?
I want them to be inspired and know that I can help them with their art journey, whatever that is.
Love that. Absolutely.
Beautiful answer.
So
there's the pop-up.
There it is. You almost got a new sign up. I might sign up after. The main thing is, right, like I love the message. You got that straight there, straight away. It's the first thing I read. Very engaging pop-up as well. It's a super nice touch. What we want them to do is engage with the business, right? We want them to come on and read about who we are and then go, cool, this is someone I want to get in touch with. So at the moment, like we said at the start, right, 90% of consumers want to text into a business. Maybe this is something they've thought about before. Maybe they're a bit too nervous to call. They don't really know what they want. Emails are dying. Less and less people are emailing at the moment. More people are texting. Texts get open quicker. Emails are less. So what we're going to do through Podium is chuck on this little feature down the bottom, which we call our web chat, right? So you'll be able to see down at the bottom, and don't worry, this is a demo. It's not actually live on your website.
We've already charged you, Jane.
Yeah. Yeah, Jane's our first customer. So you can see down the bottom, hi, they have a question, text us here. Great. It's 7:30 at night. I'm sitting on the couch watching Netflix with my partner, and I'm interested in doing something like this, but you know what? I don't want to email and I don't want to call. I'm gonna text. So Jane, again, we're going to use you as an example. What's your mobile phone number?
0412 026 207.
And I'm guessing you've got your mobile on you there.
Yep, right here.
What would a typical message be that someone would inquire with?
Okay, I'll just make one up. Because I actually don't get a lot of questions, to be honest. Are you a local business?
Yeah. Are you a local business? And can I book in for?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So now we're pretending in this instant, Jane, you're the customer, and then I'm going to show you what you would see if you were using Podium, right?
Yep.
So again, you've just sent this message. As soon as you send this, you shut your laptop, walk away, pick kids up from school, cook some dinner, do whatever you want to do. You're not being held hostage to this website. So your phone should have gone off. I saw your eyes dart down there. Very good.
Thanks for texting us. We will be with you shortly.
Beautiful. So do us a favor, just punch back with an emoji or just text back literally anything, and I'll show you what happens.
Oh my God, my daughter made this emoji.
You can make emojis?
Yeah, I should do that.
I need to do that class.
Awesome. So you can see how this would work for any type of business. I know we're going deep into your business here, Jane, but for any, plumbers, digital agencies, people that, deal with literally anything, if you're dealing with people, the public, this is the communication channels that they want to be going back and forth with you on. So Jane, did you send me that? Did you send me a text?
Yeah, I sent it. It was just an emoji.
Maybe the custom
I'll
emoji.
send you another one.
Yeah, please do. So that'll pop through shortly. Maybe my internet's been taking a beating today, so it could be on my end. But the great thing about this is, right, we've got, oh yeah, I just got that come through then. Yeah. The great thing about this is I've got this message come through. Jane doesn't have to be on the website. She knows that someone's going to get back to her. You've got that text straight away. Now, a lot of our clients would come in here, go into their template. So again, you can make a lot of templates in here. One of our most used is this one here. I'll quickly hit that, hit send, get on with my day, and it feels really super personal to Jane. So happy to help, Jane. Would you refer to Keeps Over Text, or do you want me to give you a buzz to find out more, what you're after? So again, have a think about how this would work for your industry, everyone on the call. A lot of people don't feel comfortable picking up the phone to start with. So they might say, I just want to find out a few more details, blah, blah. Cool, let's have a chat after that. We can book you in for a session, or, hey, here's some products with some links that I think you would like, and we can transact that way. Again, Jane, how does this process feel on your end, pretending that you're the potential customer?
I think it's good. I guess where you as a customer, where you feel a little bit automated is when the responses feel a bit automated.
Absolutely.
I work at a car dealership here on the Gold Coast. So all the car dealerships use automation on their websites. So I'll get the emails that the customer has inquired about a car, and it's really good. You can't really tell that it's an automated text, but I know that it does happen.
Yeah. Do you know these guys?
Which dealership do you work at, Jane?
I'm at the MG Havel dealership on the Gold Coast.
Oh, beautiful.
This is one of our favourite clients.
Yeah, these guys here use Podium, and they're absolutely smashing it, as you can see. But same thing. So if you go on their website, again, this works over multiple industries. You can see that they've got our chat down the bottom there, and it opens up just straight to text. It's very interesting. But yeah, so that's how you would do that side of things. Now, in terms of collecting payment, you can do that easily through Podium. One of the big things in business is actually getting the deal done and collecting payment. Whether it's through invoice or people have to pay, over the phone or fill in a BPay. Again, if it's hard, people are going to put it off. They're not going to do it until you chase them down. So, for example, I'll just show you how easy it is to create a payment like this. So let's say it's $100, invoice numbers there. And we're going to create that payment link. Easy as that. Jane, I'm going to send it to you. Please don't pay it. But
it goes straight to Aaron.
Don't worry, I won't.
So all Jane would need to do, and I'll show you what that would look like on her end if she did click it, come straight to this. You can do your Face ID for your Apple Pay and then pay straight away, and that's done, all logged in, all goes through to your bank account straight away, and it all stays in that one text conversation for you as well. So nothing ever gets lost. It's all in that one central communication stream there for you as well. Jack, anything you want to add on the inbox side of things before I go to the campaign side?
Just quickly, Jane, I'm sorry to pick on you again. We keep saying sorry to pick on you again, but we're just going to keep doing it, aren't we? Because you're the only ones talking to us. You mentioned that you don't get that many questions.
Yeah, I don't.
You get, forgive me, I'm a nerd when it comes to this stuff. You up over 100 website visitors a month, right? I just quickly checked that.
Yeah.
Do you know how many of those are inquiring at all? Like on an average month?
Up until a few weeks ago, the majority of my traffic was actually coming from America. And I think it was to do with the Pinterest, the algorithms with Pinterest. And it's just been in the last month that it's actually bounced back to Australia. But like on socials, everyone will just comment on an artwork, but no one asks questions.
I'd argue, and this is what Aaron and I do all day, every day, because there isn't a spot for them to ask a question, they're not asking a question, right? We need to invite people, again, back to that, what's it, confused mind says no, Aaron?
Yeah.
So if you invite them to, I sort of see a website as the front door, right, of your bricks and mortar. And the web chat, I love referring it to as if you had a doorman, inviting them in, right, to get that conversation started. Yeah, just something to think about in future.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, send us texts, chat to us. I know that's the way you want to communicate. I totally agree. Awesome. All right, let's switch gears a bit. And the last thing I do want to go into is this campaigns feature. So how many of you, and again, I kind of alluded to this at the start, get text message marketing from, random companies that you don't even remember signing up to, and you think, when the hell did I ever sign up for this? Nick, I see you put your hand up. Who do you get your spammy texts from, Nick?
Actually, of late, there are some overseas companies, lots of overseas companies. Often telecommunication companies, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
So trying to sell me telephone systems.
Yeah. And there you go. And they're always one way, right? They're always yelling at you, caps.
Pretty much.
Buy. But you can't do anything. So the awesome thing about Podium is this is two-way. So let's create a campaign now really, really easily. Let's say test, let's say buy more things. Great, let's do that. Now, all you can do is just pop in something here. Hey, you should buy this. It's special. And then you're going to add in something here. So let's say it's a notepad here. And we're going to put in a price. It's $100, but it is now $50. So what you can actually do with this is send this one out. You can track all of these responses, but when someone responds, they can either just buy straight away by clicking the campaign offer. So you're going to get a deal in straight away, take them straight through to your Shopify or your WordPress or your website. They can make that transaction all from their phone, and it's all super easy. Now, one thing to note about the campaigns is that when people do reply, like if I just sent one to you there, Jane, that would just stay in your transaction history here. And we would just be able to see how successful that's been time and time again. And you can start to alter and A/B test those campaigns as well, which makes them super, super powerful. Look, Jack, that's all I want to run through. Anything that you want to add into this before we wrap it up today?
No, Jeff mentioned it. Jeff on the call mentioned it earlier, and it sort of just brings back to this with the old school letterbox drops. And when it comes to campaigns, I think of them as digital letterbox drops. And Jeff said, if you test and measure is key. And we love to say at Podium, if you can measure it, you can move it. So with these campaigns, you can test who's opening it, how often it's being opened, how long they're spending on the information that you're sending them. So you can figure out what's working and what's not working, and obviously stop doing the stuff that's not working and pump up the stuff that is. Just really, really valuable information that ultimately just leads to more business.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, guys, we'll stop it here and open up for any questions that you guys might have had. I know me and Jack have been talking at you for about 45 minutes now. So yeah, if there's any questions, let us know. We've got about a few more minutes here before we do wrap up. We'd love to go through anything that anyone wants to chat through. So fire away. Let's have it.
Jeff had one about bad reviews, Aaron, earlier.
I might just stop so I can see everyone. About bad reviews. Yeah. What Jeff?
Would you mind sharing your screen again?
Yeah.
Just he mentioned, could we stop bad reviews happening? And we can't, right? Unfortunately, in the service industry, people are going to have experiences that aren't great, or just from their perspective. It's important to note that Exceed Real Estate, one of our favorite clients, have a lot of bad reviews, right? But because the positive ones outweigh them so much, it doesn't reflect their business. Yeah,
great example. Like you can see these guys here, because they have so many good reviews, it's going to outweigh the bad ones. There's an old adage as well, like if people have had a bad experience with you, they're going to go online and leave you that bad review regardless, whether you've asked them, given them a review invite or not. But it's about those happy clients. Like I've been happy with so many services that I've done. Have I left them a Google review? No. Why not? Because it wasn't easy and I wasn't prompted. If I was prompted via text, absolutely. Like I got my motorbike serviced probably about 6 months ago now. I'm really happy with the service, and the bloke sent me a text message after. Turns out he used Podium. I had no idea. So I left it because I work here, obviously. But it was just an easy way for me to do it. But if he didn't send me that text, I was really happy. He was a nice guy, but I wouldn't have gone online and left him a review. No way.
And there are other platforms where this is the sort of the blessing and the curse of Google, right? From a business owner, you think about, oh, bloody hell, a bad review. But everyone can leave a review, right? You don't have to be invited on Google. Whereas there are some platforms where the business owner has to send a permission to leave a review. Surprise, surprise, every review on those platforms is 5-star. And so who do you trust? If everyone's 5-star and everyone's rating is perfect, what's the differentiator? But when it comes to those Google reviews, the bad ones, because they lower that 5-star to maybe a 4.6 or 4.7, it's more trustworthy. You can see that they're not hiding the bad stuff. And yeah, a little bit something to think about.
Just a question here from Selena. Can you export data out of Podium?
Yes. Oh, sorry, I'm just seeing the chat now. That's where this question's coming from. My apologies. Yes, you absolutely can. Yes. So simple CSV export out of. We also integrate with a lot of CRM. So not sure if I'm going too much depth into answer, but we have an open API. So you can connect into it. Data can flow through. Things like HubSpot and CRMs like that, we integrate heavily with as well.
Awesome. So that must mean that Zapier works.
Yes.
Podium.
We love Zapier. Zapier is I got it explained to me in very simple forms what Zapier was. It's just a connector that connects two great things. So I said, that's all I need to know, but yeah.
And also to note, you can put data into Podium. If you've got a current client list in a CSV that you've had, 5, 6, 7 years of happy customers, chuck them into Podium. They all get a review invite. It's a really quick way to boost your review numbers.
Exactly. I just saw Active Campaign there. I'm not sure. I don't think we've integrated with them in the past. Not saying we can't. But yeah, if they have an open API and we do as well, then endless possibilities.
Active Campaign definitely does. So it will work with Zapier. So you can get it out from Podium to Zapier. You can get into Active Campaign for sure.
Beautiful. There you go. Yeah, guys, time for a few more questions if anyone has any really good responses in the chat. But if not, our emails will be on this as well that Nick will send out. So yeah, chat to us there. But yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
You go, Thomas.
With your payment system, what do you use?
So it uses Stripe on the back end.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask Aaron, in terms of, and Jack, campaigns that you've seen through Podium, what's been the best campaign that you've seen, outbound marketing campaign on, I'll say something like Podium?
Great question. We had one of our very first ones, actually, a company called Rosendorf. They're a jeweler in Western Australia. They sent one out to 20,000 people on a Friday afternoon. And I think they had about 4 or 5 sales within the hour. So, high-end jewelry, we're talking,
it was high-end sales.
Yeah. And all through text message, they didn't even speak to these people. And it was just, 4 to 5 sales in the first hour, and then it gradually got better and better. So, I mean, when you think about it, it's not very surprising. That's how we want to communicate. If it's easy by text, cool. Yep, I already know what I want. Bang. We also did have a customer a while ago, it's about 3 months ago, up in Queensland, actually. Someone came through webchat and put a deposit down on a car, all through Podium, all through text. They never spoke to someone on the phone. So it can be super, super powerful.
And I know I keep, in terms of successful campaigns, I know I keep harping on real estate, but that's my area of expertise. And we had a Ray White client down in Victoria who sent out in his first week of campaigns, just sent it out to, I think it was 1,200 people that he just randomly selected from his 15,000 database, and listed 3 properties in the first week of that. Podium's paid for itself 6 or 7 times from that, just from that first week. And that's purely just sending out a text message to get that conversation started. And he'll be a client for life just because he knows how powerful it is now.
And I did see Victoria ask about costs. So depending on what you need, there's obviously, you can see there's different packages and it's kind of pick what you want. Packages start at $3.99 per month, and then they go up depending on what you need. The really good thing about Podium, it's free and unlimited texting. So we always say text to your heart content. You don't pay per text or pay per user. It's just that flat fee. And then depending on what you want is really what you pay for. Easy. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for having us on. Nick, especially thanks to you. I've learned a ton from listening to your little section at the start. So yeah, appreciate you guys taking your Tuesday night out to hang out with us and learn some things.
Keep us some company. Thank you.
Excellent. Oh, that's been really good. Like I remember when I saw that platform with Nick, it's pretty amazing stuff with that. I just cannot believe how many Google reviews some of those businesses have got. You know, that is just insane.
Well, I think a flip of it is you don't have to just send the people that you sell to a review, right? Because you and I, as business owners, you know that you're doing a lot more work than just the people that convert. And you're doing a good job time after time on a daily basis. That idea that you should be asking a review more often, it's a really, really good way.
Well, I think that's probably the key too, is you just need to ask. I was speaking with someone else today in the digital marketing space, mate of mine, and he said that, you know, all you have to do is ask. He said, people often respond if you ask, but often we just don't ask.
Aaron said to me on one of my first weeks, he said, no one absolutely loves their Uber driver, but they leave them 5 stars because as soon as they get out of the car, you get the message that says, leave 5 stars. And I do it every single time.
Yep, me too. Me too. All right. Well, it's been an awesome evening tonight. Any other last questions? Any other comments? Drop it into chat.
Ron, yes, you can. You can send out a review invite to anyone, any phone number that you like. So sorry, Nick, I know you're about to wrap up, but just really quickly, Ron. So what a lot of people do when they start Podium, they'll send a bulk message out to, say 500 of their clients or whatever it may be. Hey, this is Ron. Would really appreciate if you left us a Google review. It helps me grow my business. And it's really easy. Click the link below and you'll see within your first few days, reviews just climb up to start with, just like that.
So you catch up on the ones that you've missed in the past, and then you sort of make it part of the business processes going forward, that as soon as you deal with someone, they get a review. They get a review invite and just becomes second nature. And it helps the business so much. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's probably a really good way to reactivate old clients that you haven't spoken to for a couple of years or haven't made a sale. Just that point of contact is a good way to reactivate them, because when they do leave a review, the next thing would be to send them a text message to say, hey, thanks.
Absolutely. Yep. And this is our number. Save it in your phone. Text us if you ever need anything. So great point. But sorry, Nick, over to you.
No, you're all good. Excellent. All right. Well, let's give Jack and Aaron a huge round of applause. That was awesome tonight. And it was really good to get an in-depth look into an app rather than just a couple of minutes on each app that I do at the beginning. So thanks, guys, for giving up your time tonight. I'm sorry you couldn't travel to Queensland to actually be with us in person, but I do look forward to seeing you when you decide to make the move and buy a house up here.
Absolutely.
Podium owes us a few trips up there anyway, so I will be up there soon.
Good. All right. Well, look, that is our session tonight. As we'll be back next week, and next week you get the guest speaker is, I think it's me actually. So I will be presenting on a topic to do with online marketing. And in fact, what I would like is I've got lots of stuff sort of floating around up here. I never know what people really want to hear. So if there is a topic you would like me to cover, then shoot me a text message, drop something in chat, pop it on the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook page. And yeah, I'd love to put something together that's going to be useful for you. So if you haven't joined Business Owners Smashing It Online on Facebook, go and join the page. That's where we make all the announcements for the next events. This session will be up on YouTube tomorrow afternoon. So if you want to watch it again or catch up on some things that you might have missed in it, it will be up on YouTube. So we'll drop we will put the link to YouTube in chat, but it's already there. So thanks to JM and Lorena. So, and as ever, if you know anyone else that would benefit from coming along as well, when we do send out the links on social media, or you see it on social media, feel free to share it out. I know there's a few people that shared it out today. If you see me doing my live about it, share that out as well too. And that just really helps to grow the community as well too. All right, well, that's a wrap for tonight. Thanks everyone for coming out, and look forward to catching up with you next week. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the Business Owners Smashing It Online podcast. You can also find me on social media and online. Just search for Business Owners Smashing It Online and Nick Cree, spelled Nickcree, all one word. If you like this and want to hear more, subscribe now. Until next time, don't be a slave to your business. Get your business working for you.